The Malacca Strait, 1025 CE, the monsoon winds have shifted. Aboard the Jaya Kinkana, a Malay jong laden with Sumatran camphor and Javanese pepper, Captain Dewa watches the horizon. His men are tense. They've survived the voyage from Srivijaya, but now they must navigate something more dangerous than any storm. The trader's anchorage at Temasek. Here, in this bustling pre-colonial Singapore, there are no empires to enforce order, no common gods, no shared language. On any given day, ships from Chola India, Song China, Khmer Cambodia, and the Arab caliphates jostle for space. Each captain is, by modern standards, a pirate. Their loyalty extends only as far as profit. Their morality is fluid. Their weapons are close at hand. And yet, something miraculous happens here every trading season. Without a single overlord, these men, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, animist, create a functioning marketplace. They extend credit across months and oceans. They honor contracts written in scripts they cannot read. They punish cheaters through collective action. They have, in essence, invented law. How? The answer lies not in their hearts, but in their mathematics. They have stumbled upon a discovery so fundamental, it would take Western game theorists 9 centuries to formalize. In any system where interactions repeat, morality emerges as the winning strategy. Our model gives us the precise coordinates. Finite to eternal horizon, plus survival, experience, optimization, plus contextual to principled enforcement. Let's see why the prisoner's dilemma of the pepper trade. Imagine 2 captains, Dewa from Srivijaya and Ahmad from Gujarat. They meet at Temasek. Ahmad wants pepper. Dewa wants Gujarati cloth. They have a problem. If they trade simultaneously, both benefit. But what if one gives goods first? The other could simply sail away with both cargoes. The rational zero-horizon choice is clear. Cheat. Take everything. Maximize immediate gain. Yet if both think this way, no trade happens. Both lose. This is the classic prisoner's dilemma. In a single interaction, betrayal pays. But Temasek isn't a one-time event. It's a node in a vast repeating network. Dewa will be back next monsoon, so will Ahmad. So will their cousins, their business partners, their rivals. Suddenly the calculation shifts. Game theory research. In the 1970s, political scientist Robert Axelrod ran a computer tournament pitting different strategies against each other in repeated prisoner's dilemma games. The winning strategy was stunningly simple. Tit-for-Tat. Start cooperatively. If your partner cooperates, keep cooperating. If they cheat, retaliate immediately. Then forgive. Tit-for-Tat isn't nice. It's ruthlessly pragmatic. It's finite horizon, remembering past interactions, with survival optimization, maximizing long-term gain, and contextual enforcement, retaliation conditional on behavior. This is exactly what emerged in the Malacca Strait. The law wasn't written, it was encoded in behavior. Cheat once, and news traveled via the monsoon network. Next season, no one would trade with you. Your ship became a prison. The birth of Lex Mercatoria, a case study in Emergence jump forward 400 years. We're now in the Mediterranean, but the pattern is identical. After the collapse of the Roman Empire, long-distance trade revived among strangers. From this chaos emerged the Lex Mercatoria, the law merchant. Historian Paul Milgram's study of medieval Champagne fairs reveals the mechanism. Traders developed 1. Reputation tracking. Merchants kept mental ledgers of who was trustworthy. 2. Third-party enforcement. If you cheated in one town, all towns excluded you. Standardized contracts, reducing ambiguity. Notice the axis configuration. Temporal horizon, finite, this trading cycle. Sliding toward eternal, my grandchildren will trade here. Optimization. Driver, survival of my business. And experience. Profit, but sustainable profit. Moral style, contextual, rules adapted to goods and distance, crystallizing into principled, certain rules become inviolable. No king decreed this, no religion mandated it. It was a convergence solution, the behavioral equivalent of water finding the lowest point. When you extend time horizons beyond the immediate transaction, cooperation becomes the rational choice. The laboratory of evil, prison gangs. To test our theory in the most extreme environment, consider a maximum security prison. This is a world deliberately designed for zero horizon. Indeterminate sentences, violent unpredictability, scarce resources. Optimization defaults to survival through dominance, and experience through drug-induced sensation. Morality should, in theory, be purely self-justifying. Yet even here, intricate moral codes emerge. Sociologist David Scarbeck studied the California prison system. When the state took over discipline from inmates in the 1970s, removing inmate-led governance, violence increased. Why? Because the state couldn't enforce contracts in the illicit economy. Inmates had to. They developed debt enforcement rules, interest rates, payment schedules, property rights, oversells, contraband, dispute resolution, through shot callers, not random violence. The Mexican Mafia's M code in U.S. prisons famously includes rules like no harming women or children and no cooperating with authorities, not from altruism, but because these rules stabilized the system. They reduced unpredictable retaliation and maintained internal order. The coordinates: finite horizon, your sentence length, your gang's longevity, plus survival optimization, avoiding chaotic violence, plus contextual to principled enforcement. Rules become sacred because they're necessary. Even in hell, if interactions repeat, rules appear. The Singapore experiment, enforcing emergence. Fast forward to 1965. Singapore has been expelled from Malaysia. It has no hinterland, no natural resources, no military. Lee Kuan Yew's government faces a zero-horizon crisis. Immediate unemployment, ethnic tensions, potential invasion. They could have chosen zero horizon plus survival, plus self-justifying rule, brutal dictatorship, confiscation, warlordism. Instead, they did something analytically brilliant. They artificially extended the nation's temporal horizon and incentivized the emergence of rules. How? 1. The home ownership scheme. Give citizens a stake in literal concrete futures. A flat is a 99-year lease, an eternal horizon asset. You don't riot in the street you own, you. Meritocratic, corruption-free bureaucracy. Enforce principled morality and public service so consistently that trust becomes the default. This reduced transaction costs for business dramatically. Multiracial policy. Enforce equal treatment not as moral virtue, but as survival optimization. Ethnic conflict would destroy the nation. Economist Hernando de Soto would later identify this as the mystery of capital. Formal property rights transform dead assets into live capital. Singapore did this consciously, engineering the conditions for finite to eternal horizon behavior to emerge. The Asian values debate misses the point. It wasn't about Confucianism versus liberalism. It was about configuring a society's default axes through policy. Singapore became a giant petri dish proving our model. Extend time horizons, align optimization with collective survival, enforce rules consistently, and cooperative complexity emerges, even from diverse, self-interested individuals. The modern bazaar, Silicon Valley. The same emergence happens in today's digital straits. In early Bitcoin forums, circa 2010, there were no banks, no regulators, just pseudonymous coders trading a digital abstraction. The Zero Horizon Plus experience, plus self-justifying temptation was enormous. Exit scams, theft, fraud. Yet from this chaos emerged reputation systems, Reddit karma, forum trust scores, escrow services, third-party holders for transactions, open-source governance, transparent code as law. The Ethereum blockchain's smart contracts are the ultimate expression. Self-executing rules that are principled, code is law, because they serve survival optimization, predictable transactions, over a finite to eternal horizon, permanent blockchain record. When programmer Virgil Griffith proposed using Ethereum to evade sanctions, the community largely rejected it, not from patriotism, but because it threatened the long-term survival of the technology. The Axis configuration defended itself. The biological root. We are wired for reciprocity. Why is this emergence so universal? Because it's baked into our biology. Neuroeconomist Paul Zach's research on oxytocin shows that reciprocal exchange, even anticipated future exchange, triggers this trust hormone in the brain. It feels good to cooperate when we expect continued interaction. Primatologist Frans de Waal's work with capuchin monkeys demonstrates that they understand fairness and retaliate against unequal treatment, but only within stable social groups. In transient interactions, they're purely selfish. Our brains contain two competing systems. 1. The limbic system driving zero horizon, experience-optimized, self-justifying impulses. Cheat, take, now. The prefrontal cortex capable of modeling finite to eternal futures, calculating long-term survival, and enforcing principled rules. Civilization is the story of the prefrontal cortex building structures, markets, laws, reputational networks that make the limbic system's short-term cheating the less attractive option. The dark corollary, when morality dissolves. Our model also predicts the collapse of morality. If you shrink time horizons sufficiently, cooperation unravels. Consider the 1997 riot at the Lingkungan Budi Asi orphanage in Jakarta. During the Asian financial crisis, with hyperinflation erasing savings and food prices soaring, a mob looted a charity warehouse. Many participants were ordinarily law-abiding. What happened? Temporal horizon collapsed from finite, next month's meals, to zero, today's hunger. Optimization driver narrowed to bare survival. Moral style regressed to self-justifying. My family needs it. Similarly, in the final days of the Khmer Rouge, as regime collapse became imminent, even internal party discipline dissolved into paranoid, zero-horizon violence. The rules of the revolution evaporated when there was no future left to build for. This is why stable societies obsess over horizon-extending institutions. Property rights, pension systems, constitutional governance. They aren't just economic tools, they are moral generators. The ultimate implication: God as a horizon-extending technology. Here we arrive at the most provocative implication of our model. Religions are humanity's most powerful horizon-extending technologies. By positing an infinite future, afterlife, karma, eternal judgment, they artificially create eternal horizon conditions in the finite horizon world. The 10 Commandments, the 5 pillars of Islam, the Buddhist precepts, these are not arbitrary rules. They are evolutionarily stable strategies encoded as divine command. Thou shalt not steal makes pragmatic sense in a repeating community, but to enforce it in a one-off interaction, you need a supernatural enforcement mechanism. God sees, karma records. Anthropologist Joseph Henrich's research shows that societies with big gods, moralizing deities who punish cheating, cooperate more extensively with strangers. The gods create the shadow of the future where no natural future exists. Religion doesn't create morality, it amplifies and stabilizes the morality that emerges naturally from repeated interaction. It's a cultural hack to get zero-horizon humans to behave as if they live on an eternal horizon. The return to Temasek. Captain Dua and Captain Ahmad never read Axelrod. They knew nothing of oxytocin or game theory, but they knew this: the pepper harvest would come again. The monsoon would return. Their sons would take their places. That was enough. They extended credit. They honored contracts. They punished cheaters. Not because they were good men, but because they were future-focused men. This is the Emergence Code. 1. Repeat the interaction, extend the time horizon. 2. Track behavior, create memory reputation. 3. Punish defection, reward cooperation, enforce rules. 4. Standardize, let rules become principles. Any system, from a pirate ship to a prison yard to a nation-state, that implements these 4 conditions will see moral-like rules emerge, not from virtue but from mathematics. The takeaway: we began this chapter asking how law could emerge in the lawless straits of Malacca. We end with a radical democratization of morality. Morality isn't a gift from the gods or a luxury of the civilized. It's an inevitable computational outcome of beings with memory who expect to interact again. It emerges in stock exchanges, in darknet markets, in refugee camps, wherever people face each other across time. This means anyone can build a moral system. Just create repeated interaction, clear feedback, and consistent enforcement. The most moral societies may simply be the best at extending time horizons through institutions. When you see morality breaking down, look for horizon collapse, economic desperation, impending doom, anonymity. In the next chapter, we'll see what happens when horizons collapse violently. We'll descend into the neurobiology of crisis, where stress shatters our future selves and turns ordinary people into something else entirely. We'll understand why good people do terrible things under pressure, and why a rare few do not. Because now that we know how morality emerges, we must face its most terrifying question: why does it so easily dissolve?